What is marketing automation? For a lot of small businesses, that term is a term that they're really not all that familiar with. That's what we're going to talk about today. We're going to define what that is and talk about one of my favorite tools. Don't go anywhere. Welcome, replay viewers, and welcome to anyone watching this. I appreciate you joining me on this broadcast. We're going to talk about one of my favorite tools for marketing automation. We're going to also get into a little bit about what that is. What is marketing automation? ActiveCampaign is one of my favorite tools for this. It is a cloud-based software application that is really for small to medium-sized businesses, and it's specifically built with a concept called customer experience automation in mind. Customer experience automation also includes email marketing, marketing automation, sales automation, and CRM functionality. Now, saying that a tool like ActiveCampaign is similar to a MailChimp or Constant Contact or any of those email platforms is a huge understatement, because this is a tool that is so much more powerful. Sure, it starts off looking like some of those applications or looking like it's very similar. It's easy to just say, oh, it's just like one of these other things, but it's not. There's way more in it when you dive deeper into the application. And it's also very easy to use. Like many applications, like most applications, when we first start to use them, we're a little bit confused by them because we just don't know the little nuances and how they operate. But once you start to learn how this tool operates, it actually is very simple to use. Now, the other thing is that this literally can take the place of an employee, or at least take a lot of work off of your plate and save you a lot of time if you learn to use the automations correctly. Now, I'm going to go through and talk about just some of the components that are in this application. Now, we know that email is one of those components that's in there. And so we're going to talk a little bit about email, which is extremely powerful. Hey, that's awesome. I can see that we've got Serene and Kimya that's watching. Hey guys, how are you? Thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate it. Let's talk about email. It goes way beyond the basic email automation that people think about in terms of, I'm going to send an email today, or I'm going to send an auto response, and then 2 days later, I'm going to send something else, and then a week later, I'm going to send something else. It goes way beyond that. See, you're able to send specific to specific groups of people, and those days, and they don't need to be triggered by how many days. They can be triggered by a specific day. They can be triggered by a lot of things. There's virtually unlimited scenarios as to when can I send out these messages. Another feature is the SMS messages or text messages, and they can be scheduled and sent on a frequency just like the email messages that I mentioned. It's really, you're only limited by your imagination. The CRM is another piece of it. The CRM is really unique in that if you're in a certain industry, for instance, in the martial arts industry that I came from, and the insurance industry, the real estate industry, there are a lot of CRMs that are already in place that do a lot of very specific things for your industry. But the majority of them are also very limited, that you really can't go beyond what the built-in capabilities are. Now, one of the beauties with ActiveCampaign, and I'll talk about that in a little bit, is that it integrates with many of those tools. But what you get with ActiveCampaign is a clean slate. You get a clean board where you can create whatever the automation is that you want. So you have total flexibility to create your own fields, to create your own workflows, to create just really whatever it is that you want to create. And so ActiveCampaign ends up being a tool that's great for all kinds of industries. I mean, coaches, a lot of coaches love ActiveCampaign. It's a tool that really works great in that industry. Fitness trainers, energy workers, foreign language instructors, tea businesses, network marketers, beef jerky businesses, craft businesses, you name it. There's so many different kinds of businesses that are out there that I can't even think of what all of them are that would make sense. So the CRM piece comes as really a clean slate that you can form. It's like clay, like a ball of clay that you can mold it into whatever it is that you want to mold it into. Now, one of the great features that I really love is the pipeline automation. They call it deals inside of ActiveCampaign. But this, you're able to create a sales pipeline. So every business should have a sales process that there's going to be the stages of bringing people from being interested and then all the way up to the point where the person actually closes the sale or you close the sale and so forth. And that usually involves a number of steps along the way. And so what you're able to do with this sales pipeline is you're able to create your exact stages along the way. And through some of the automation tools, you're able to automatically move people to their next stage, maybe even based on just their activity. And it could be activity from the website, it could be activity from emails, it could be activity, personal activity, interacting with a human and moving people along. So you have a lot of different ways to move people through the pipeline. But it doesn't have to just be a sales pipeline. It could also be an operations pipeline. It could be a service pipeline. Because every business is going to have processes that you use to do what you do. This tool will allow you to move people through those pipelines. Another feature that I love is conversations. It's kind of a chat bot that connects with your website and it connects over with your I say chatbot, it's a chatbot messaging tool kind of a thing, but it'll connect over on your Facebook page. I have two things set up that I use all the time, and that is it's connected to my Facebook page. So if somebody leaves me a message on my Facebook page, I may not see that message. However, because I have conversations set up using ActiveCampaign, it shows up in my ActiveCampaign dashboard and I see that there is a message there and I'm able to respond to that right through my ActiveCampaign platform. I'm also able to respond to people who leave messages on my website. So if you leave a message on my website, I can respond to that right through this request as well. Now, I built a service ticket system. So if you're a part of my ActiveCampaign monthly support program and you have a question or a request, it goes through a service ticket system. That service ticket system was built right on the ActiveCampaign platform. Again, saving you money, saving you time, and integrating as many of these tools as possible together. Earlier, I mentioned site tracking. Site tracking is really cool because if someone has come into your ActiveCampaign system, they go to your website, you get to see which pages they went to on your website. You can see what links they clicked on. That also gives you a very special tool that you can now use that goes beyond the typical email programs, whereas you can now send specific messages based off of the activity. So if somebody goes to a certain page, they're looking at a certain product, you maybe send them a promotion based on that product. You know that that's something that they have an interest in. You also can do some fun things with it from the standpoint of scoring, so that if someone goes to your website, if someone clicks a link over on your website, if someone downloads something, all of those are actions that they are taking that literally are driving them closer to a buying decision. And therefore, that tells you what people you should be paying attention to so that maybe you give them a little bit more attention than just everyone else. Now, from an email standpoint, inside of your platform, inside of your ActiveCampaign platform, you're able to send individual one-to-one messages to people. and they have something in there called saved responses. So that if there's a particular message that you send quite often to a lot of people, you're able to pull that saved message up, put it in your email, and then you can modify it right there from that point if you'd like and send it, or you can just send it the way it is. You're also able to actually embed merge codes, so you can have the person's name pop up right in, or some other details about the person. So it's highly personalized. And that's one of the beauties with the emails and the text messages that come out of this system, is that they're highly personalized, because you are able to capture the person's information and then use that information in your communications with the person, so they get a much more personal experience. I know a lot of people feel like automations aren't a good thing because they feel like it might be too robotic or it's too general for everybody. That's what a tool like this does for you, is it allows you to personalize it way more than you typically are with many of the other tools that are out there. I talked about integrations. Some of the integrations that you have, and there's literally more than 1,000 different integrations that exist. But some of those could be with social media platforms, tools like Slack or Trello or Salesforce, other CRMs. There's a lot of different CRMs that can connect with the system. Eventbrite, PayPal, Stripe, Google Suite, just tons of tools that you're able to use in conjunction with this platform. So this gives you way more latitude and many more tools that you're able to use that you just wouldn't have otherwise. And so I'm going to encourage you to take a look at this platform and see what it is that it can do for you. In fact, one of the things that I will do is put a link down below with this, whereas if you go to standinshields.com/ActiveCampaign, nope, that's not it. standinshields.com/AC. That is my affiliate link with the ActiveCampaign platform. And if you join through my link and you let me know that you joined through my link, then I give you a free 30-day trial to my ActiveCampaign support program. And I do a weekly call to answer your questions and to help you learn more about the ActiveCampaign platform. But once again, that is standinshields.com/AC. I'm just looking to see, do I actually have one of those set up as a little banner that I can flash on the screen for you. And wouldn't you know it, I do not. But let's do this. I'm going to put this up here for you, and it gives you an idea of what it is. standinshields.com. Sometimes people think the in is the word in, but it's not. It's my middle initial. Now, this link will actually allow you to schedule a 30-minute consultation. So if you're curious about whether or not it'll work with your business, use this link to get a 30-minute consultation. It's free, no charge, and we'll talk about whether or not it's a good fit for you and for your business. But if you replace the 30 with AC for ActiveCampaign, then you'll go right to my affiliate link, and you can do a 15-day free trial with ActiveCampaign. Maybe it's a 14-day free trial. It's 14 or 15-day free trial, where you can check it out and see if it makes sense for you. So let's see. The last thing I just want to tell you is pricing is very affordable for ActiveCampaign. It starts as low as $9 a month. If you pay for the annual plan, the annual starter plan with ActiveCampaign, it's $9 a month. And so that's a very affordable price for some tools that are just nothing short of amazing. So at any rate, that's it for today. Now, look forward to some of the other videos that I will be doing, where I will highlight very specific areas in ActiveCampaign, and I'll show you automations that I've built in it. I'll show you the tools that I'm using and how those tools are working within the platform. So go make sure you go check it out and see if you've got any questions. Let me know. So, hey, Rose, how you doing? Hope you're having a great weekend as well. Thank you. All right. Take care, everybody. We'll see you next time.